Hello there. I'm Shannon. We're back again with another episode in our ongoing Mixology at Home series here at Alley 26. This one's really fun because we're going to make a non-alcohol drink, and we're going to use a lot of our friends from the area. This is Jeddah's tea, and she gave us some loose leaf chamomile. It says Cairo Chamomile. So there's it's organic chamomile flower blend from Egypt. So that should it smells wonderful. I know that we don't have the smell-o-vision yet, but we're working on it. Also, we got some crude bitters. These are Attawanhood number 37. Their names never really tell me much, but then it says cherry, clove, and cinnamon, and that tells you a lot. And then, of course, we're going to use some of our cranberry syrup. So those three things are all local products, and this is a non-alcoholic drink. One of the things I like to do with alcohol-free cocktails is make them to build them so that if I opt for an alcohol-free cocktail and my friend opts for something that has alcohol, they should look pretty similar. Maybe our conversation doesn't all have to be about me not drinking. So I don't want to say disguise them, but I like to make them look like a cocktail. So there it is. We're going to build this one right in the glass. It's super easy. So get a nice double old fashioned. And there's two. There you go. I got about 5 or 6 cubes there. That happens to be 6, but if they're bigger, 5 is fine. Make sure they're large and they look good, because remember, we're just building this, so those cubes are staying there. That's what people are going to be looking at. Choose some attractive cubes. So firstly, I'm going to build lightest to heaviest ingredients. We're going to do a couple of ounces of just cool water. You can do sparkling water if that's your hot jam, or in this case, cold jam. And then I'm using some tea of hers. Now, her instructions are really good if you're making tea to drink tea. I'm making tea to use in a drink, so I'm going to make it a little different. Her instructions say 3 grams of tea to 8 fluid ounces of filtered water. I use 3 grams to right at about 4 ounces of filtered water. The reason I did that, and then she says to steep it for 3 to 4 minutes. I let it steep for 2 minutes. What I want is a lot more of the flavor, but of the front end of the flavor, all the flour, all of that, and less of the bitter stuff, because I don't really need that. I've got bitters for that. So we're gonna do an ounce of this. And then I've got an extra bottle here, any of our syrups. Once again, we make them with real things. So turn it over, shake it around a bit, make sure it's all back integrated. This one's cranberries, so we made it with cranberries, sugar, and water. It's a complicated recipe. I'm gonna use a half an ounce of that. And then I'm going to use 6 drops of this. So get a nice good jigger full there, or beaker full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 drops is roughly equivalent to a dash. So I got 1 good dash of those. I'm going to stir it around just a little bit. Double check my work. Excellent. And then, last but not least, I'm going to take a Castelvetrano olive. I happen to favor this kind of olive, Castelvetrano. I'm not trying to get a lot of the brine, but I do want the olive to be wet, because what I'm doing there is adding salt. And a lot of drinks that have like fruit flavor, say like cranberry, or more savory flavors, adding just a little bit of salt to a drink really brightens the drink up the same way salt would kind of brighten up your food. So I don't want it to taste salty. I'm not trying to make this like a dirty cocktail, but just that hint of salt is a really nice way to season your drink. And then an orange slice. Now you don't have to squeeze it, you don't have to do any of that. You're just trying to get a little of that orange flavor in there. And this, we're calling the Scarless. It's really pretty, and it's just between you and your bartender. If you enjoy these videos, please feel free to subscribe below.